Can you get rich with bookkeeping? Can you make 6 figures when you have a bookkeeping business? Well, if you want to know the answer to that question, you have to watch this video. I am Olivia. I'm an accountant and the owner of Profits and Books Accounting and Bookkeeping Services. Thank you so much for watching. When it comes to becoming rich, that is why we start building businesses. And there is a possibility and a great chance of getting rich when you have the right business. Bookkeeping is no different. But how do you become rich by having a bookkeeping business? It all boils down to pricing. If you get your pricing right, your business can be very profitable, you can live very comfortably, and you can make enough money to live a dream life. But of course, there are certain requirements. In order for you to charge well, you must deliver a quality service. You must be able to provide premium services. And you must be able to choose the right clients. So how do you price? When I started out as a bookkeeper, I had no clue on what the pricing was. It was this hidden close-off thing that you have to dig, and everyone was hiding it. There was no pricing. What I did see was call us for a quote. So let me enlighten you. Let me first start off of why you will stay poor as a bookkeeper. If you go to certain websites and you see 100 to 300 Rand per hour, and you see for bookkeeping services, someone is looking for a bookkeeper and they want to pay you 5,000 Rand per month, you are going to stay poor. Because for you to be rich, to become rich as a bookkeeper, you first need to understand that you come with certain skills, with certain knowledge, with certain qualifications that are in demand, that it is vital for the business that you are providing the service for. You bring value that will save the business money, make it profitable, and help the business to grow. And that will cost money. A more realistic fee. When you charged an hourly rate, you don't start from 100 Rand per hour. You don't start from 200 Rand per hour. You don't even start from 300 Rand per hour. Realistically, as a newbie, you start from 600 Rand per hour minimum. I'll say that again, 600 Rand per hour as a bookkeeper. Do you know how much auditors are charging? Even though there's a difference between an auditor and a bookkeeper. An auditor's fee starts from 3,500 Rand per hour. That's why auditors are rich. Accountants start from 2,000 Rand per hour. That's why they are rich. So why is it that you as a bookkeeper, you want to sell yourself short and charge less than the minimum? For you, and here is another thing I want you to bear in mind. If you want to have a profitable bookkeeping business, you do not sign up on any website for any service where they promise that we will find you clients. Please, because if you sign up for that kind of services, you will stay poor. The key to riches is to build your own network, build your own clientele, liaise with people within the industry, people who know and understand the value of the service that you offer. And that is how, in the end, you end up sharing clients amongst each other. So you can charge an hourly rate starting from between 600 to 1,000 Rand per hour, right? Number one, you can then also ask a monthly retainer. The monthly retainer is when, there are some predictable month-to-month transactions that you have to capture, bookkeeping duties that you have to perform. Then you know that for this given month, I must do maybe monthly bookkeeping, I must do bank reconciliation, the trial balance, the normal monthly bookkeeping duties and tasks. So then you ask a monthly retainer. Let's look at another way how you can charge. You can also charge project-based pricing. Many customers, when they come to you, they are already in a crisis. They are in a mess. People don't come to bookkeepers because we think it's the right thing to do, so we need a bookkeeper. No. When they come to you, they are in trouble. There is a crisis. Either South African Revenue Services are on their case, or they want funding, but there is a crisis and you must solve it for them. So in terms of a project-based pricing, when a client comes to you and this client says, look, I need to fix my bookkeeping because I want to apply for funding. They don't want monthly bookkeeping services. So don't come with the mentality of a monthly retainer. No. With project-based pricing, you tell, and mostly it is this person never had a bookkeeper before. Or they had a bookkeeper who made such a mess. They didn't know whether they were coming or going. So you need to clean up their books. That is a project. So for that project, you need to look at their bank statements to see the scope of work. You need to see, do they have a client list? Do they have a customer list? Basically, it's restructuring their books. Not monthly bookkeeping. That is separate from project-based pricing. So with the project of cleaning up the books, you look and you assess to see and you more or less how long it will take you based on the documents, when and how the client provides them. So you will look and you will assess and you will then give a fixed fee based on certain conditions. Let me explain what I mean with that. When your project is to clean up the books, to create a client list, to create a supplier list, to get the monthly bookkeeping up to date, to do the reconciliation, right? That's part of it. And the client says to you, actually, can you also do tax? Then the tax is an added service. You initially quoted the client to clean up the books. If tax get added on, it's an extra charge. The amount that you charge, it is not for any add-on. So you must have a contract where what you are charging for, it's laid out clearly with the payment terms. If you want to know more about payment terms, watch another video that I've made to explain the importance of payment terms. Having said that, if you like this content, please like and subscribe to get more content like this, and let me know what you think of this video. So now back to business. You can also offer a package deal. A package deal is when a client comes to you again and the client says, listen, my bookkeeping is in shambles, SARS is on my case. Then you work out different packages. Will the package include your monthly bookkeeping, the package monthly bookkeeping, accounts receivable, accounts payable, and tax? Those are 4 packages. And maybe the client also wants payroll. So it's 1 premium package where you deliver all these services to the client. Here is a wake-up call. If you think that you are going to charge 2,500 Rand per month, I will find you, I will hunt you down, and I will destroy your business personally. If you still think that 2,500 is a workable fee, it's a good enough fee, get out of the mode of 2,500. Get out of the mode of 5,000. When you offer a package like that, it's a premium package. You should start between 20 and 25,000 Rand per month. Listen, if those fees makes you to clutch your heart in shock, and if you think that you don't have the guts, it's impossible for you to ask that fee, that's perfectly normal. Sit down, take a deep breath, and think about what you are offering to your client, the difference you are making to your client's business, the possibilities that you are unlocking for your client's business, the money just in terms of SARS, the money in terms of penalties and interest that you are saving, how you are putting your client on a path to growth, how you will be showing your client how to make a profit, how you will be putting systems in place for them so that their books are organized. And then you ask yourself again whether you still think that 20 to 25,000 as a starting fee is too much. Bear in mind, the only thing that stands between you and riches is the pricing and your lack of confidence. And look, I know, I've been there, where you start off where you think, oh my gosh, 6,000 Rand, that's too much. No, it's not too much. You know what is disheartening? No? When you have worked the entire month, sometimes you work through the night, because once you are dedicated and motivated and committed to your client's books, you want to deliver the best possible service. When you have showed your commitment, you've delivered on your promises, you have gone over and above of what is expected. And because you spent all those hours, because say you chose a fixed fee without looking at the client's books, you put in all that effort, all that time, and you get 5,000 Rand at the end of the month. Tell me what you can do with 5,000 Rand at the end of the month. Tell me whether you can pay school fees with 5,000 Rand, whether you can buy groceries, you can pay your bond, you can pay your rent or your car installment. Ask yourself how far you can go with 5,000 Rand per month, with 2,500 Rand per month. Because this is an internal conversation that you need to have with yourself. So the answer is yes. You can get rich. You can make 6 figures with bookkeeping by offering and delivering bookkeeping services, but you have to get it right up here and you have to get it right in here. These two must be in alignment with each other so that when you go to a client and you work out a quote for them, that you must give it with confidence. The first time, it will be terrifying. Another thing that I want to say to you, do not allow the client to set the terms and conditions for the payment. If you do that, that's also another way to poverty and frustration. And you know how disheartened you will feel, how disillusioned you will feel, and how much you will hate doing bookkeeping if you keep on working till the early morning hours, if you give it your all, and at the end of the month, you can't even take your children on an outing. You can't even spoil yourself because you got your pricing wrong. Another point I want to emphasize is with bookkeeping, there isn't a one size fits all. You can ask the one client 25,000. You can ask another client 16,000. You can ask another client 20,000 based on the services that you provide for them. bear in mind, if you get a referral from someone and this person says to you, but someone told me that you charge 9,000 Rand per month, then you say no. That was for that client. Yours is different. I first have to look at your books before I can give you a quote. And on that point, never ever allow yourself to be pressurized into giving a quote if you have not seen the books or the bank statements of your clients until they have not answered certain questions. Because bookkeeping, I can say, and accounting, I can say this with confidence. The more you dig, the bigger the mess. And the bigger the mess, the more you have to charge. A simple way of how you can charge, you ask, what is the annual turnover of the business? Then you take a percentage of that, and the figure, the answer that you get from the percentage, you divide it by 12. And you ask yourself, is this, the answer that you get, is that a realistic figure? Is it a livable figure? Will it satisfy your needs? Now I want to focus on the client. If a client comes to you and he says or she says, I need a bookkeeper, but I'm not making money. Tell him to buzz off. Tell him to go away. Chase him away. Chase her away. Because if you're not making money, how are you going to pay me? Then tell them straight you can't afford my services. Do not take a client based on sympathy or because you feel high shame. Maybe let me just help. Don't do that. Recently, a client of mine who was an excellent client. We shared the same values. He had a vision for business. And I even told him with that vision, he's going to be spectacularly successful. And he asked me for a quote for his business. And this, I liked him. It's someone I really want to work with. And he was in a very bad space in his life. And he asked me for a quote for his business. And when I sent him the quote, he said it's too high. And I said to him, thank you very much. And I understand, thank you for letting me know. And I moved on. Why did I not help him? Does that make me a mean person? You decide. This is why I didn't help him. Sympathy doesn't pay the rent. Sympathy doesn't pay my bond accounts. Say it after me. Sympathy does not pay my children's school fees. Sympathy does not pay for my holiday that I want to take. Sympathy does not buy my food. Because feeling sorry for someone, it's going to kill your business. When you give a quote to someone and they say to you, oh, it's too much, don't ask them, how much are you prepared to pay? Wait for them to come up with a price. If they don't come up with a price, you walk away. Because if you give a quote and someone says it's too much and he or she doesn't give you a counter offer, it's a cheapskate you are dealing with. Because people who understands money and who will value your services, they will say to you, listen, this is a bit too much. You are asking me 25,000, but can we settle for 20,000? Can we settle for 18,000? Or can we settle but for a realistic amount? But someone who says, hey, 25,000 is too much, and it keeps quiet. You do not ask, how much do you want to pay? You wait for them because they know what your price is. Now the ball is in their court to give you a price that will suit them. And here is another thing. You have the right to refuse a client. When you give a price and a client tells you it's too much, don't allow them to make you feel guilty or feel bad for the quote that you have made. Remember why you are doing this. You are doing this to get rich, to have a good life to provide for your family. By providing quality and premium services to your client. And to get to the quality clients, you need to cut out the cheapskates. You need to cut out the chances, the opportunistic ones. You need to get rid of the ones who are there to take you for a ride. Say, for instance, you get a client who is making 5 to 7 to 10 million rand per year. Do you think it's realistic of you as a bookkeeper to want to charge 2,500 rand while he's making 7 million, 5 million, 6 million rand per year? How much of that money do you think you are worth? I will leave you with that question. But I want you to remember, when it comes to can you get rich through if you have a bookkeeping business, the answer is yes. And the only way that you will be able to get rich is by get the pricing right, get the right clients, and having the confidence to present your service with confidence and the knowledge that you are bringing a great value to your client. And please, that's the end of the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, go out there, make money, make an impact, and arrange your finances, and let your clients feel good about your service. And also, it's important that you must feel good every time you get a payment from your clients. I'm sorry this video has been a bit long, but I'm very passionate about pricing. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.